right? Industrial training, mostly industrial training internship. The correct code is this like EEE 4336 industrial training. But industrial training is a long word, so normally I just call it as internship. So internship will take 12 weeks. Okay. So for this year, if I think nothing will change lah, it should be finally version. Okay. All good version? Okay. So I put it in slideshow again. Okay. So this will be the code for the industrial training module, and then it will take 12 weeks duration. And some of your senior might ask, can I do it shorter? Definitely can. Yes, you all can see?
I cannot see your screen, what you're sharing.
You cannot see. Others?
Yeah.
Others also cannot see?
Can see.
Can.
Can. Then what is wrong?
Oh,
I guess.
exit and join again.
Can. You all can wait for a while. Is that okay? Else. Can? Arthur?
Yes, yes,
Can you
can.
see? Oh, okay. Good then. No problem, everyone can see. So I continue. It takes 12 weeks. 12 weeks is compulsory. You can't separate it, like you can't do like 6 weeks and then have a gap and do another 6 weeks. And it's not recommended. Better not to, do 6 weeks at one company and another 6 weeks at another company. So 12 weeks must be at the same company. Okay? And it has to be minimum 12 weeks. Some company, because like you see, 10th of the duration for this year's industrial training will be from 19th May to 10th August. Okay? Some company, they might offer you longer. Okay? Your seniors, some of your seniors did encounter this kind of, not this issue, this offer lah, okay, from company. So they're asking whether is it fine to, who should I admit? Sukesh. So they're asking if I don't put it in a presentation mode, it's still fine, right? You all still can see, right?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you, Ali. Can okay, so continue. So minimum of 12 weeks. If company offer you longer, it is fine, okay? But okay, there are a few things you need to know if it's extended. First thing, the extension, like more than 12 weeks, it cannot affect the next semester, the next coming semester. Okay, it cannot affect your the first week of your coming back to university. Then no matter what, it cannot affect the new semester last second. The deadlines and all that, because supposedly this industrial training is 12 weeks, right? So every document later, all the the training report, all other documents needed, and so even the oral presentation that you have to do towards the end, you have to follow the schedule that I said. Industrial training presentation, the oral presentation towards the end is a physical one. So I would expect you all to, I hope not to get any, excuse on, I'm still back in my country, so I cannot come back on time to do oral presentation. So because the time is given, the duration is given, right? And hopefully before the next September semester starts, you would have gotten the academic calendar. So I hope you'll arrange your time nicely lah. Okay? Because I expect oral presentation is done physically. Then, okay, continue on the, let's say if you do more than 12 weeks, like 13 weeks, 14 weeks, as long as first, it doesn't affect the next semester. Second, all your documentation, you only need to submit until 12 weeks. 13, 14, those extra weeks, no need. Okay, so if you encounter this, if you're not sure, you can always ask me back lah. Then I can check for you. And also the deadline. Some might say, "Oh, since I work longer, right? I have to do extra 1 or 2 weeks of internship. Then can I delay all the submission?" And the answer is no. Okay, so is it clear now? This is what I want to say before we start anything. Clear? Ah? Okay. So the next slide is actually more for this one is for international students. So make sure that since I already gave you the internship duration, right? Make sure you check that your student visa is valid during the internship period. If your visa is invalid or got expired during the internship period, then there's no point doing your internship. You have to do it next time because it will be invalid. Okay, this applies to international students. So if you think that your visa is gonna expire soon, near the industrial training time, make sure you renew your visa before that to avoid any complication. Okay, because like I say, student visa invalid, expired, your internship is also invalid because you're not a student. Okay, this one's for international student. Then next. Okay, I haven't gone through what documents will be needed. Okay, on what job you can find. Okay, for internship placement. So for the job application, I do have a list of companies of those that your seniors went. Okay, I can share with you all later after I compile. But in the meantime, feel free to find any companies that you like, provided that the job that you apply is mechanical engineering related. Okay, mechanical engineering related, actually there are a lot of jobs that we can do. But yet, okay, you can, I mean like, I don't have to go through one by one. I mean, a few of it might be manufacturing, material design, right, project management, some R&D consultancy that are related to mechanical engineering field. Okay, in your handbook, which I'll share later also, then the student handbook, call centers definitely not mechanical engineering related, right? Sorry, this one I should remove it. Call center and those car workshop, they are also not allowed. Okay, so no need to even try go and apply. Okay, it will not be accepted as a proper internship placement because that's not for mechanical engineer. Is that okay? This one I have to state first because they are, I mean, not your previous batch of seniors, but the previous batch of seniors. Some of them, they don't know and then go and apply for workshop job. So it's not allowed. Okay, and what else? This one, if you're not sure, you can always Google or you can ask me whether the job that you're applying is proper or not. So the second note is that on your job description, okay, let's say you're going through interview and then you get the offer. Okay, this one is very, 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 very important. In your offer letter, normally, they'll give you what is your job description. Okay, make sure you read your offer letter properly and especially your job description, because last time we do have some of your seniors. Okay, these are all experience lah. I mean, the story sharing. So some of your seniors, right? They complain to me like, why am I given this job? Then I check back in their offer letter is already stated that is under their job description, and they already signed the offer letter and take the internship. So you cannot complain because it's written in your job description. Of course, there are some job description that are not really mechanical engineering related. So you have to check, okay? And if you're not sure, always come to me. Because you all have my number, right? You can always text me, share with me the offer letter and all that. So job description is very important. And also, if you're applying like through JobStreet and all that, normally they do have the job description there also. So you can always check whether it's mechanical engineering related or not. Okay. Now, okay, how to apply for internship placement? Okay, first thing, the reason I asked you all to fill up the form, right? The Microsoft form. Actually, I need to get your information in order for me to put it in your reference letter. The reference letter will be from me, and then it has it's an official SEGI, there's SEGI logo and all that. The reference letter I'll email to you all one by one, and then you'll attach it with your CV resume. Okay, on your how to write the CV and resume, you can find online, get a template, and put in your necessary information. Okay, and if you're not sure again, you can ask me. You can ask me to check your CV also. But it's not hard. At least, I mean, there's no fixed format or template for CV lah. So you can always find an online, get a suitable one, not too fancy. Don't get a fancy one. Okay. Write all your information needed, and write if you want to write those experience, right? If it's related to the experience, like you're joining some clubs, societies, help organizing some talk, that one you can put in. But those that are not related to like mechanical engineering students, how to say, experience, it's not that recommended to put in. Okay, so CV, if you're not sure, you can check with me. If not, if you feel it's okay, then you can try apply. And then, in order to apply, do not just send to one company. Okay, send to multiple companies, because sometimes they can just ignore your application, but you're just waiting there. So it'd be a waste of time. Send to multiple companies of your interest. You think that you like this field, let's say manufacturing, go find those companies that have this position. Okay, and email properly, politely, and then if give it like maybe a few days to 1 week. If they don't reply you yet, send another email to ask for application status politely. Okay, don't just directly say, can I know the status? This is too direct and it's not polite and formal. Okay, so like I say, manners. Okay, when you're applying, when you're dealing with the person in charge, HR, everything, make sure you deal with them politely, because you're actually carrying, SEGI's reputation, your own reputation, and any if you're leaving some bad impression, it might affect not only your chance of getting the internship placement, you will be affecting your juniors' chance also, because they might have a bad impression that SEGI mechanical students are like that. Okay, if they don't have good impression, then they're gonna spread. They say, okay, we don't want to take students like that. Okay, like I say, manners are very important. But all in all, if you're not sure, ask me. Okay, so now I believe that's all. Any question that you would like to ask me? Anything that you're not sure? For the moment, this date, I'll send you, once I settle the reference letter and send you, you can start applying. So meaning that you can start writing your CV first. Well, wait for me to send you the reference letter. I'll send you as soon as possible. I think you guys can either send next week. I'm not sure because it's Chinese New Year soon. But I think Monday you can still send if. Or else you have to, give a week of leave and then probably expect some reply after Chinese New Year. Okay, any question?
So, Miss, you need us to send the CV, yeah?
Sorry?
Can
the CV?
Send the CV, yes, right away after the meeting.
Oh no, you have to you have the CV, right? You have to wait for my reference letter, because in the reference letter.
Yeah, I know, but I just want to check it with you.
Okay. You mean you send me your CV for me to check? Is it? Can. I would say it's not too hard lah. Nowadays everything can be found online, and then I don't fix a certain format of how your CV should look like. Like I say, I don't know, is it my age or what, but I don't like too fancy. Simple, straightforward, fine. Because they don't like, you write a very long, lengthy paragraph also. They don't have the time to look. So very straightforward, you can show it in point form. Okay, all your strength. And then probably your current CGPA, which semester are you in? CGPA you can state, okay, or the strength of your subject probably. If let's say you're applying for easiest like materials engineering position, so you can talk about what are the scores that you get for engineering materials subjects, something like that. I mean, it will help to it's a plus point, it's an advantage to show that you're good in this field, something like that. So you're talking about manufacturing position, then probably you can highlight this, like your score and all that. And then you can share your CGPA, tell them the current semesters and all that. Then in the off, I see I have a reference letter to show your. Yeah. Sometimes. Okay. I stop sharing. I'll share to see how window. Okay. Okay, you all can see. This is how the reference letter looks like. Okay, you have the SAGI logo on top. Then application for industry training. Then this is to confirm that the name, IC or passport number, student ID. Okay, is a mechanical engineering student at this SAGI University. Then blah, blah, blah. The duration also I'll put for you. Everything, this one is from me. Okay, that's why I say make sure all the information that you fill in the Microsoft form is correct. So when I send this out to you all can check whether your detail is correct or not. If it's not correct, get back to me, ask me to correct. So I'll give you a correct one. Okay, everything is here. Of course, here I didn't mention that the students are in which year, which semester, but feel free to state that in your CV along with your CGPA. Okay, so this is me. This will be from me. Okay, any question? Any other question?
No, Miss Nance.
No, who else? Okay. Where's your next? Can I? No. Internship for Ahmed, right? Sorry. Ali was about to talk. Is it? Who was asking? So, Ahmed Ali, for your question, right? Internship is only offered once a year, and it is always in the middle, in the second semester. Normally about June to August, or for this semester is May to August. So no. And internship is only offered once a year. So this semester is only. Okay. The coming semester only. Okay. Now, who else just now?
Does SAGI help us to maybe get the companies and stuff, since we don't know most of the companies?
Sorry, come again, Arthur? Can you repeat your question?
Does the school help us to find and get the companies that we can apply at? Since maybe probably sometimes we might not be sure if that company has our certain field.
Actually, for your question, right? Like I said earlier, I I do have a list of companies that your seniors have went to. So that can give you like a guideline also. Actually, like the nearest also we have like AF Oil, Toshiba, but it is subjected to. Okay, I'm not trying to put you all down. Okay, but the to sound demotivated or what, but one of the issue that some international students face is that some companies they only take local students. So let's say you can try, okay, but because there are some companies do take international students, but if you have applied for quite a few companies and yet they don't accept you or something, you can start considering doing it back in your home country. For me, I think that is of course the easiest because it's your home country. So to get an internship placement there definitely is not an issue. Okay, for here you can try, but I will say some of your seniors do face this issue as, they say our company didn't reply me because they only take local. So yes, Ali.
Yeah, how much time do we have to make our CVs and to make a request to the companies?
It depends on you. Actually, all the way before the semester, the internship starts, you have those time, but of course you won't want to do it last minute, right?
Yeah.
So probably I would say the latest by April, I'll call for another meeting, or even earlier. That's the time when I expect most of you should have a placement already.
Okay, so does the companies take time to accept?
That's the thing. It depends.
All right.
It depends. So that's why I asked you if y'all give them some times, and then I think maximum 1 week. Okay, unless you don't take into account like Chinese New Year's break, like the coming week, right? Is Chinese New Year break, so a lot of people are taking leave. So I don't think you might get reply that soon, even though there are still companies. I mean, there are still company workers who work, but I mean, like you don't expect it because it's festive season. So maybe give it another week. Then the normal working week, then you can 1 week's time. Then you can ask them politely. Can you know the status of your application? Ask them whether they receive your application or not, and then if yes, can you know the status of your application? Stuff like that. Okay. And others for just now your question, right? You can actually just find online JobStreet. I don't think it's hard to find information online, but like I say again, I'll compile a list of companies that your seniors have gone through to before. Then you can see from there. Any other question? No.
Thanks.
No more, Faisal. Okay. No more. If no more, then that's all for this meeting. Okay. So for the moment, like I say, you'll do your CV properly, and then if you're sure, you can go ahead and send. No need to ask me. But if you're not sure, you can always come back to me. And then I'm not saying that I'm good because my view on the CV and the company's view might be different. The HR's view on the CV might be different. So, but if something I cannot give you some small comments on your CV, then attach with the reference letter and send. Then try to get a few companies. Best if you send 10, 20s. Just send out, and then if they give you offer, ask for interview, then only you think. And again, make sure the company that you apply, if they offer you, make sure you want to accept it. Do not tell me that you apply for fun and then there's one case lah. There's a senior of yours. He complained to me and said, "Oh, miss, how far is the company? I have to travel so far to go to the company and all that. But when you applied, you already know the location of the company, right? So I don't accept that as an excuse lah. Okay, of like how difficult you're doing your internship and all that. So make sure the position that you apply, okay, the location of the company, okay, is where you can go. Else, no point applying. Like let's say I'm here, but I want to apply in maybe China or something. So I'll complain like, I have to take flight, go so far. It's pointless, right? Or maybe you're in Selangor and you apply in Johor. Then you tell me, wow, Johor too far. I cannot go. So what's the point of applying the Johor company? Right or not? So make sure when you apply for that company, if they offer you, accept it. So I'm saying that think properly before you apply. Okay? Don't do that when people offer you, then you reject. Okay, that's my advice. So nothing? If no question, then that's all for today. Okay, we keep in touch in WhatsApp group. Anything you can also feel free to ask me in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Okay, guys?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Happy Chinese New Year, miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy holiday to you all. Sama-sama. Okay, bye.
Senior, shut up.
你好。